What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And Bitcoin is currently getting a little bit of a dump to the downside, so I wanted to drop this quick little urgent market update for you guys, let you know what my thoughts are, why we're getting this move down. And if you guys have been watching the live streams or keeping up with the YouTube channel here, you will know that Bitcoin is absolutely going right along with our plan here that we've been looking at, looking for that continuation to the downside. However, the longer time frames do still potentially call for a higher low and a continuation up. So this dump should not be scaring the CandleMafia because we've literally been looking for it on the live streams. But I wanted to drop in here as we are now getting the push down. I want to talk about where we could potentially go. Are we going to bounce from where we're at right now? And if we do continue down, where are we likely to get that bigger bounce if we're going to continue the larger trend to the upside? So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into the charts. Let's get into it. So guys, first off, I want to cover the higher time frames a little bit and talk about, well, as we have been expecting this move to the downside, why I am not absolutely panicking right now, potentially looking for a higher low to come in here on price on the daily to continue that move to the upside. So if we go ahead and pull up our major range here, guys, obviously we were looking for that move from the value area low into that POC up to the value area high, where we were looking for that rejection here. Everybody getting super bullish at the high, and I know not everyone likes to hear that price is going to go down, but the good news here is we are looking for a lackluster pullback, at least at this point, to put in that higher low, and that is going to be based off of our bullish market structure here, as we have gotten that bullish change of character with that pullback for the higher low, and then the continuation to the upside to break that structure, giving us the continuation of this uptrend. So as long as we have this local market structure on the daily, continuing to put in higher lows and higher highs, breaking that structure to higher prices, we could potentially look at this pullback as a lackluster pullback and a continuation to the upside. This has been the plan that we've been playing. Not only have we been looking at this on the live stream, but I did actually give the short setup here from the high in the premium Discord here. Where is it? There it is. Given ahead of time as we were deviating above this local value area, looking for those bearish confirmations for the continuation down. And you might get a little sneak peek of what that final target may be. Now, I did miss that short entry, but the CandleMafia was still able to take advantage of it, and I have not FOMO'd into short positions, guys. I only like to take my positions based off confirmations. So if I miss that move down, it's no problem because I can just catch the long back to the upside or wait for a retracement to enter my short. So on the higher time frames, still looking for that continuation to the downside to some of these lower prices to hopefully put in that higher low and then continue up to take out that value area high and potentially take some of that liquidity above here, which is above $70,150. So long-term plan still remains the same. Just took a little bit of time to see that drop down, but we are finally getting it. I do also want to pull up some of these local levels, guys, because as you know, on the live stream, we were looking at this local value area. And again, this was what we were looking at in the premium Discord, looking for those bearish confirmations above the high for a return back into the range. Once you break below that value area high, the next likely place for price to go is going to be that POC, which was our key level of support if we were going to get a retracement from there. But we wound up losing that POC, and now we have gotten that bigger push down, which is absolutely beautiful because the volume profiles are simply just playing out as we would expect them to. Bitcoin is absolutely right on track with our plan. And again, I know this feels really bearish, and I know I sound really bearish when I look for these pullbacks, but again, remember on that daily, we are still going to be looking for those potential higher lows. And you might be asking yourself, well, Frankie, where are we going to get this bounce? Because I'm starting to get a little bit worried. And that brings up our next key levels, guys. And they do remain the same here as what we've been looking at on the live stream here, with our golden pocket coming in nice confluence with this value area low. I'm thinking if we do continue down, similarly to how we'll look for that value area low based off the volume profile, again, lose that value area high, go to the POC, lose the POC. You then look to start your journey back down to that value area low. But we do have that confluence here on that golden pocket retracement, sitting right in line with that value area low. This is sitting at about $64,500. I will be looking for price to come somewhere into this range, whether we wind up getting the retracement or maybe we're going to push down there right now. I don't know. Maybe we'll see it happen on this market update, but that still does remain the target, guys. And hopefully this helps you guys understand that whether people are getting bullish at the highs, this does not mean anything if you understand the charts and where those pullbacks are likely to happen. Generally, people will get bullish for the breakout. They don't know that this is likely going to be a pullback to put in that higher low at a more key level on a higher time frame, and then they start to get really bearish right as you're looking for the bigger bounce to the upside. Now, this is not necessarily 100% guaranteed that we get the bounce from here, but that is definitely going to be the next major key level to the downside that I will be looking at for support. Again, not only based off the volume profiles, but also that golden pocket retracement. Now, another thing we were looking at on the live stream here, guys, looking for that potential push down here was the liquidity we had sitting below 66K. And once again, those liquidation levels give us that attraction or that magnetic pull towards these prices. Price has now come down, and we are starting to take that liquidity down here. Let me go ahead and refresh the chart here. I think we have come down a little bit more. But yeah, we have now come down and taken out that liquidity. The question is, are we going to continue down to that value area low? And as of right now, it is kind of hard to tell. We're pretty dang close to it right now. So if price does continue down, guys, that is going to be the key level. This zone, again, is sitting between about $64,933 and $64,600, where we have the 786 sitting just below that at about $63,632. Once we start losing this level, guys, I do think that will call for a little bit bigger of a move down for Bitcoin, but we'll cross that road when we get there. Because right now, we are, again, just sticking to that plan, not just getting bearish or bullish for no reason, but looking at the TA and trying to find those key levels where we have a high probability of a reaction based off information and technical levels on the chart. And back last week, guys, one of those major things that was making us look for that pullback was that daily red dot. And even yesterday, we were talking about how we may see that continuation down because not only was this a daily red dot, but we also had this daily bearish divergence with our lower high on our momentum waves and higher highs on price. As you deviate above that local level of resistance, the volume profile gives you a beautiful roadmap into where price is likely to go next. And we're just seeing that play out absolutely beautifully. So those are the key levels I'm looking at to the downside, guys. Not necessarily panicking here in the long term. And that is why I absolutely love trading, because it gives you so many opportunities to make money. Even if you're bullish, you can make money and get short-term bearish looking for those dumps. And, you know, if this doesn't get you excited about TA, I don't know what will. Some people call it magic. And to be quite honest, when you see stuff like this happen, it does start to feel magical. Now, that is what I'm looking at on Bitcoin, guys. But I do want to take a quick look here at Ethereum as well, because as you guys know, over the past couple of live streams, we have been looking at Ethereum deviating above its local value area high. Again, very similar to Bitcoin, giving you those bearish confirmations on the higher hourly time frames, which were these bearish divergences. And anytime you see those bear divs with your higher highs on price, lower highs on your momentum waves, it shows that price is creeping up, but that momentum is continuing to the downside, making you scratch your head like there's the discrepancy. Are we going to see the correction back down? And as you guys know, you look to get back into that range and then get a bigger move down through that volume profile. So for Ethereum, not only are we seeing that move down that we would expect if you got those bearish confirmations, which again, we did obviously, but now we have that beautiful context of where price is likely to go next. As long as we remain back inside this volume profile, your key level of resistance is going to be that value area high at 26.26. And then if we wind up continuing down through this volume profile, you will be looking to come down to this POC of the range, which is sitting at about 23.48. And then if we keep coming down there, the value area low does have nice confluence with these two daily levels. And one thing, guys, I will say in the more bearish case, I don't want to necessarily call for this right now, but as Ethereum has gotten this nice little rejection, if we do start losing this value area low, we have been looking at these two wicks down here in the premium Discord for a very, very long time, because these do look like we could have a lot of liquidity sitting down here. So if we do wind up losing this value area low, we could potentially see Ethereum go for that lower liquidity, diving you down into the $2,100 level. But again, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, and I will keep you guys updated with these market updates as we have been here through all of this price action. So Ethereum also right on track alongside Bitcoin. And again, guys, as a trader, when I talk about being bearish, I get some people in the live stream thinking like, why is this guy always bearish? But in the long term, I do want to stress this. The higher time frame context is very important. Higher time frames would be looking for a potential higher low and a continuation up. This is based off higher time frame money flow. Our 3-day money flow is back in the green, right? But as we have that VWAP down there, I'm not just guaranteeing that we're going to put that higher low in. We have to assess the situation once we get down there. And we are now also printing that 2-day red dot on Bitcoin as well, which is another thing that was giving us confidence that this move down was very likely to continue. And I also was talking about hopefully getting another opportunity to enter a short here off of our golden pocket retracement, which was roughly sitting up here at about 68.1, 68.2. Unfortunately, we did not get that move up here, so I was unable to catch that short. But like I said, the Mafia had the setup from the top, and I know a lot of people took that trade. So if you're watching from the kitchen, please, for the love of God, pay yourselves while you're in the green, because if you don't, you will quickly get into the red. But hopefully this shows you guys, you know, even if I pull up some of these most recent trades here, when you see me turning bearish, when a lot of other people are turning bullish, there is a reason for that. It's not because I like to just be a contrarian, I like to go against the herd. It is based off information on the charts. I do not let those bullish emotions get me. We've already got a huge move to the upside. And if I pull some of these previous trades from the premium Discord, guys, we called the top up here, getting that short position. I was actually able to take that one. I did not miss that position. We took this scalp long where everybody everybody got very bullish, and I don't say this to brag or anything. I do this to show you guys that the TA plays out more often than it doesn't, and it's much more reliable than just getting bearish after a big dump when you're likely to get a retracement, and then everybody gets bullish here, but we know that the lower high is likely to come in right here because of a golden pocket. I'll even pull it for you guys so you know that I'm not just famoosing you guys here. I don't even know if I used that word correctly, but where's that lower high likely to come in? Right on the golden pocket. We then took that short in the premium Discord for a move down. We hit multiple TPs, front ran the final TP, but still plenty of room to make some money, where we then turned long for this massive rip to the upside, and everyone gets bullish as price action starts to get that push up, but we were bullish when everyone is bearish. And then once again, we had this short set up here in the premium Discord from the top where everyone gets bullish and we get bearish. And if you're out there as a long-term investor, maybe these little ebbs and flows may not be a big deal or may not be that important to your plan, but if you're out there trading, it is very important to not let those emotions get to you, especially when you see a lot of people getting bullish. It's oftentimes a good time to try to maybe look for a pullback. And here we are once again calling that top here, looking for that push down. Not calling the top for zero, but just calling the top to capitalize on that move down, because here in the Candle Mafia, guys, we don't only make money when price goes up, but we also make it when it goes down. So with all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for today's quick market update. So if you're out there and you're nervous, we are approaching support. Once we get down there, if things start to look really bad and those higher time frames start to roll over on us, remember, we now have that 2-day red dot. So we'll have to assess the situation and take all that new information in as it develops. And if we have to change our plan, we will simply do that to take advantage of that next move to the upside. So that's all the time I got for today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Smash that like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss these updates. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out.
Go at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up. Yeah, you know, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the road, here we go, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide.